The essential purpose of going to university? The essential purpose of going to university should be to learn how to think and formulate arguments, to learn how to speak and write effectively. This is what the humanities are designed for, to make you dangerous in a positive sense. When you can think critically, speak clearly, and write effectively, you become a valuable asset in any complex field. There's nothing more powerful than improving your command of language, and the way to do that is by reading, especially significant works, by writing, reflecting, and speaking. Isn't that the very core of what education should be about? Without these skills, you risk being inarticulate, struggling to convey your ideas and emotions, and possibly even expressing your frustration in ways that stem from a lack of words. Imagine someone with talent but without these language skills. What chance do they stand against someone who knows how to write and communicate well? Consider a practical example: a leader managing a team. If he can't write effectively, he can't secure formal recognition for a team member who has excelled. A verbal "well done" only goes so far, but an official recognition carries weight, impacting promotions and career advancement. And those making promotion decisions rely on written reports. If these reports are unclear or poorly composed, that team member's merit might go unacknowledged. Furthermore, if a leader submits poorly structured operational plans, how can higher-ups approve a mission when they can't even understand the intended plan? In my own career, I've seen firsthand that nothing can stop someone who can write well. Writing allows you to build and support a strong case, whatever it may be, and if the case is convincing, you get what you're after. Want to make an impact? You'd better learn to write, because good writing reflects clear thinking, and clear thinking enables you to communicate powerfully. You become strategically effective, persuasive, and unstoppable. This power of language is seldom communicated, yet it holds true even in the saying, "The pen is mightier than the sword." Although it may sound like a cliché, it's remarkably accurate. We all have potential, but it can't fully manifest as freedom until we develop discipline, a necessary foundation for growth and for realizing our true capacity. The distinction between discipline and a life of meaning versus a life without purpose is essential. When people feel lost or nihilistic, it's not just a dislike for waking up early. It might reflect a deeper dissatisfaction, but often it begins with a lack of discipline. For instance, if you hate waking up at 8 every morning, it might indicate a need for discipline rather than an issue with your job. This isn't about avoiding difficult tasks. It's about recognizing if your actions make you dislike yourself and considering the cost of persisting in them. When something holds real value, it requires sacrifice. This concept of sacrifice is one of the traits that distinguishes humans from animals. We're able to give up something valuable now to gain something even more important in the future. Imposing a structure on yourself is the way to manage chaos, enabling a path toward greater freedom. Discipline is the starting point. Think of becoming a concert pianist. It demands thousands of hours of dedicated practice. That structured discipline unlocks a deeper freedom and mastery that wouldn't be possible otherwise. In almost every area, freedom is earned through discipline, not just as a self-help notion, but because failing to organize yourself comes with real consequences for you and those around you. To start building that discipline, focus on what you can realistically manage. If you notice something in your life that needs fixing, and it's within your power to fix it, then start there. Fix 100 of those things, and you'll see a significant transformation. I often tell people to address the things they do every day, because these daily routines might seem trivial, but actually represent a substantial part of your life. Mundane tasks like brushing your teeth or having breakfast may seem insignificant, but they constitute much of your day-to-day existence. These repeated actions are actually the most crucial because they anchor your life. Another aspect of finding meaning is to have a problem worth solving. A meaningful problem gives you a reason to get out of bed each morning, no matter the challenges or hardships. When you have essential tasks to accomplish, your sense of purpose grows, which can ward off bitterness. Imagine standing at a crossroads where you must choose whether your life is meaningful or meaningless. Let's consider the meaningless option. If nothing you do matters, then impulsive pleasure and zero responsibility become the guiding forces. It's a life of doing whatever you want, similar to the Pleasure Island in Pinocchio or the idea of Neverland in Peter Pan, where you remain in a state of childish impulsivity. If you choose a life of meaning, then what you do truly matters. Your actions, mistakes, and decisions have consequences that can affect not only you, but also your family and the world around you. This awareness means you must take responsibility, which can be both daunting and empowering. At each stage of life, you develop a particular worldview and the behaviors that fit it, but this is never the full picture. You're constantly making mistakes, revealing that your current understanding is incomplete. Your brain has mechanisms to track these errors, hinting that there's more for you to understand. These accumulating errors and the insights they offer eventually form the foundation of a new, more refined identity. When you experience an aha moment, it's that new identity starting to make itself known, providing solutions to old problems and adding fresh insights. These realizations often connect ideas that have been lingering in the background, waiting to come together. However, focusing on meaningful work isn't easy. Take studying, for example. Even if you consciously intend to focus, distractions inevitably arise. Thoughts about watching a show, eating a snack, cleaning, or even philosophical questions about your purpose or the value of your education can pop up, vying for your attention. Each one represents a part of you that isn't satisfied with the task at hand and tries to take control, pulling you away from what you set out to do. This constant battle with distraction highlights the inner struggle many face. Despite your intentions, you're not entirely in control of yourself. When someone says, "I don't know how to start improving my life," often the problem is aiming too high from the start. A better approach is to begin with manageable goals. Regulate small daily habits, like getting up at the same time each morning, ideally when others do. By building these small steps into your routine, you can start to gain control over your life and work toward larger goals. The discipline of mastering small habits is foundational and leads to bigger transformations over time, making each step in your journey more achievable and meaningful. A consistent wake-up time, ideally around 7:30 or 8 a.m. or close to it, is foundational for stabilizing your circadian rhythms, which can have a positive impact on mood and energy levels. People thrive on daily routines, much like animals, and these routines can anchor stability in your life. An essential part of that morning routine is eating breakfast. I've seen countless cases in clinical practice where emotional instability, anxiety, depression, and difficulty concentrating were alleviated simply by ensuring clients ate a protein and fat-rich breakfast shortly after waking. This is especially important when someone is stressed. After fasting overnight, if you don't eat and then add stress, your body can release enough insulin to lower your blood sugar significantly, making it difficult to stabilize your metabolism for the rest of the day. In addition to regulating sleep and breakfast, scheduling is another powerful tool. Many people resist using a calendar because they feel it imposes rigid obligations, but a schedule should actually serve to design a day you look forward to. Start with a long-term plan or vision for yourself. Once you have that vision, you can begin structuring your days to align with it, using tools like Google Calendar. When scheduling, aim not just to manage responsibilities and prevent chaos, but also to incorporate activities that make your day enjoyable and fulfilling. If you're feeling scattered or find it difficult to focus, try building concentration gradually. For example, start by reading without distraction for just 10 minutes each day. If you succeed at this, increase the time to 12 minutes, then 15, and so on. This incremental approach allows you to challenge yourself just beyond your current ability, creating a sustainable path for improvement. With these strategies, you'll gradually enhance your capacity to focus, organize, and make the most of each day. Set small, achievable goals that are challenging enough to feel worthwhile, but not so difficult that you're likely to fail. Then, day by day, practice building the habits you want, understanding that fluency in any habit can take months or even years. Incremental improvement compounds over time, much like interest, gradually building a strong foundation. One common pitfall is comparing yourself to others who seem far ahead. It's often disheartening to measure yourself against others, especially when you don't know the full story of their struggles or burdens. Instead, the best way to track your progress is to compare yourself to who you were yesterday. This approach gives you a genuine sense of growth and is something you can actually measure daily. Every day, you have the opportunity to be just a bit better than you were the day before. Be mindful, too, of who you share your news with. Share good news with people who will truly celebrate your success, and share your struggles with those who can listen compassionately. Surrounding yourself with people who bring out the best in you and who appreciate beauty and meaning can elevate your sense of purpose. As challenging as the world can be, we live in an extraordinary time with unprecedented opportunities and advancements. The rapid changes around us require each of us to make wise, careful, and truthful decisions to contribute positively to the world. Only by doing so can we hope to ensure continued progress. Remember, appearances can be deceptive. The success or lifestyle that sparks jealousy in you may be an illusion, and even those who seem fortunate have their own hidden struggles. Seeing someone in an expensive car, for instance, doesn't reveal the possible distress or loneliness they may feel. The idea that their life is better than yours is often a story created in your own mind. Accept that you're different from others and stop comparing yourself to them. Focus instead on building a life true to your unique path and values. You are unique. No one else has your family, temperament, challenges, or abilities. That's why it's valuable to compare yourself only to who you were yesterday rather than to others. This is a game you can actually win because incremental self-improvement is accessible to everyone. Striving for continual small progress is a form of leading a virtuous life, and virtue coupled with truth is immensely powerful. Many highly successful people live by the principle of honesty, and it can carry you a long way in life. Another key point to consider is aligning your strengths with your environment. Intelligence, for example, is critical. If you're not equipped for a job intellectually, it will be a constant struggle, making life difficult not only for you, but also for those around you. To maximize success and well-being, aim for an occupation where your abilities put you in the upper quartile. Being a big fish in a small pond is often ideal. You want to avoid being either the least or the most capable person in the room. If you're the smartest person there, it may be a sign to challenge yourself in a different environment. Intelligence often correlates with success because faster thinkers tend to get ahead. However, intelligence alone isn't enough. Stress tolerance and conscientiousness are also important for sustaining excellence. Motivation is another essential component of building a fulfilling life, and it can vary based on personality traits. For example, extroverts are motivated by social connections, agreeable people seek intimate relationships, those with a competitive spirit are driven to win, creative individuals crave novel and imaginative activities, and people who value stability may prioritize security. Considering these motivations, ask yourself how you want your life to look in 3 to 5 years if you were truly taking care of yourself. Think about what you want in friendships, intimate relationships, family structure, and more. Setting these intentions will help you create a vision that aligns with your unique needs and drives. When envisioning the life you want, think beyond your job. Consider how you'll use your time outside of work as well. Remember, you are uniquely you, with your own background, personality, challenges, and abilities. So comparing yourself to others isn't productive. Instead, strive to improve upon who you were yesterday. This is a more achievable goal and one that truly reflects personal growth.